morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No. Yes. I'm getting some yeses and some nos. So Jeremy, make sure you speak loudly into the microphone, okay? Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us this beautiful April 13th day, the first day of construction. Not probably how we want to start the day, but hey, thanks for joining us. The purpose of today's meeting is to give you a construction kickoff briefing. Jeremy is here from Triton. I believe he's going to kick us off with that presentation. Chris Clark is also here, and Jerry is here from Moorfield. There he is. We're really happy to be working with Triton and Moorfield Excavating again. Like I said in previous presentations, this team has worked together in Clifford and Harriston, so we're pretty confident in the work that will be done and all our local companies, so they understand the importance of a project like this. So after Jeremy's presentation, they're going to go through all the construction stuff. If you have questions that are generic that might apply to everyone, feel free to ask those questions. If you have questions that are more specific to your own business, if you can stay afterwards and speak to the folks directly, that way we're not holding people up for specific questions. Once that section is done, we're going to do a quick little briefing of the new website that's being launched, as well as some incentives and training activities that we're going to be doing to support the businesses this year. So without further ado, I'll get Jeremy to come up and start that presentation.
Again, as Belinda mentioned, I'm Jeremy Gibson with Triton Engineering. I'll be basically looking after the whole project as the contract administrator. So I'll be the main point of contact off-site and on-site as well. We will have inspectors on-site and on the day-to-day, and I'll be in and out, and then also there for your questions. So project overview, what we're actually doing. So throughout the whole project, we're upgrading this new storm system, so new pipes, structures, and drainage. Spot areas for new sanitary. There's a new section between Lorne and Dobson's there, and then a few little areas where we're going to pick up and fix a few spots. There'll be new water main from White's Road all the way out to King Street, and then an extension of the water main from in front of the gas station there out towards Highway 23. We're going to be adding two roundabouts, one at Toronto Street and one at Minto Road, and then a full road reconstruction right from Toronto, actually east of Toronto, all the way out to just this side of Highway 23. So why are we doing this? Aging infrastructure. A lot of people may not know, but the actual water main in the downtown core is actually from approximately 1908. So it's well overdue to be replaced. A lot of the storm is, I believe, 60s and 70s. Most of the sanitary is fairly new, but there are some older sections. And then traffic safety. So as Palmerston grows, the population output forecast is it's supposed to get quite large. So we're going to be, with this project, looking at traffic flow, pedestrian, and overall safety for the community. And then the community enhancement, the reconstruction provides an opportunity for accessibility, upgrade the sidewalks, and for the pedestrians, adding pedestrian crossings, as well as traffic lights in the downtown core. So as mentioned before, the storm sewer, there'll be a new storm sewer basically right from one end to the other end of town. Sanitary, there'll be a few spots that we'll be digging down to replace. And then the water main, again, will be all replaced from White's Road all the way out to King Street. So the first roundabout, well, actually this will be, construction-wise, this will be the second roundabout complete to be worked on. This one will be at Main Street and Minto Road out at the Industrial Park. So what is a roundabout? A roundabout is a circular intersection where traffic flows in one direction around a central island. Vehicles yield on entry and proceed counterclockwise. Why do we do them? We reduce the vehicle speed through the intersection, reducing the speed vehicles as they're coming into town and leaving town as well. There's fewer and less severe collisions, improved pedestrian safety, and overall, it's going to reduce the intersection delay. I know there's quite a bit of delay when you're exiting Minto Road and Toronto Street at certain times of the day. And at the end of the day, it's long term a lower maintenance cost, not only for the town but for the county as well, over versus traffic signals. And this is our This will be the first roundabout to be started out at Minto, Main and Toronto Street. So how do we reuse a roundabout? I know there's quite a few people still trying to figure these things out, even though they've been around for now well over 10 years. Here are the key points. To slow down, reduce your speed when you're entering it. And as you're entering and approaching the yield sign, you yield to the traffic that's already in the roundabout. You don't try and beat them as they're trying to get in front of you. And as you enter carefully and travel counterclockwise. As you're exiting, signal your exit at your desired street and always yield to pedestrians. So the construction phasing. So we've broken it out into 3 sections. Section 1 and 3 will be commencing this year. So section 1 is Main Street East. So it's from the eastern limit, so the new driveway to TG Minto, all the way into Cumberland Street. Section 3, which will commence this year, will be from Lawrence Street all the way out to the west limit, which is just shy of Highway 23. And Section 2 is that main central portion from Cumberland all the way out to Lorne. This will be completed in 2027. So under traffic management, so this will be under traffic control that Moorfield will be looking after. The key intent for this year will be maintaining 1 lane of traffic on each end. As that's going, Moorfield will have traffic signals set up. And then 2 closures. One will be at Toronto and one will be at King. So we'll just touch on the King Street one first. So King Street will be closed, I believe, just north side of the King Hotel entrance. As they work on the intersection and the roundabout, just to reduce the amount of traffic they have to try and maintain. And then traffic signals will be set up on Main Street itself to maintain 1 lane of traffic. At Toronto, Toronto Street will be closed at the northern entrance to TG Minto, all the way to Main Street. And then again, Main Street itself will be controlled with traffic signals as construction commences. Schedule wise, I'll get to the schedule here. So project schedule for 2026. So this is year number 1 for the underground. Moorfield will be commencing today on Main Street East, doing removals. Right now, Jerry, do you have the traffic signals running today, or are you guys not working today? Okay. Okay. So signs will be going up today, and then removals will commence. So under this section, the traffic signals will be within Toronto Street and York Street, I believe, for the removals portion, and then they'll be adjusted as they need as construction progresses. So the schedule for the underground for this area will commence basically now until we're hoping end of October, mid-October, we'll be all done that. Section 3 is the bottom ones. Section 1 is the east portion. So yeah, overall construction there will be running from April to about mid-November, with the underground portion being completed about mid-October. The roundabout construction itself at Toronto Street will commence mid-June, and then that'll run to the end of the project. Section 3, which is from Lorne out to 23, that'll start commencing about, you have that as June, don't you? Or is that mid-June, I believe? No, that's okay. That's okay. Schedule-wise, I don't think this one actually is correct. So underground, I believe that's supposed to commence mid-June, and run until December. And same with the road and roundabout construction; those will be running simultaneously. And during this project, we're actually resurfacing third line as well. So it'll be new asphalt surface on that. And the downtown parking lot at Foodland for the municipal portion, we'll be looking to upgrade a portion of that in preparation for construction next year. So we'll be expanding that a little bit and maximizing the parking spaces. So what to expect during construction? Residents and property owners, as we're doing the water main, water services will be switched over to a temporary service. Driveway access, we try and maintain as much access to driveways as we can where possible. There might be a extended period of time in which you cannot access your driveway, which we hope to have advance notice to each resident. Dust and noise, we always try and stay on top of that using either water or calcium. Waste collection, we ask that all your waste collection be put out to the curb. Contractor will come around, pick them up, and move it to where the prearranged pickup will be with waste management. And then, waste management still looks after the recycling too, right? And then mail delivery, there shouldn't be any impact on the mail delivery itself. Businesses, customer access, we always maintain customer access. Most of the time, there will be, again, short periods of time where either we're doing curb or sidewalk where that access may be impeded for a short period of time, but we always try and find ways to maintain that access. Deliveries, if you do have large deliveries that are required to come to your place of business in front of your store that doesn't have any other access, please let us know. We can always try and schedule access to that. Signage, we always do temporary, well, not really temporary, but wayfinding signage during construction itself. So out of town and even local traffic can find their way around. Communication, we usually try and do a weekly or bi-weekly communication through either the website or social media, just to keep everybody informed of where construction's at, how the schedule is going, and how construction itself is going. And then parking, on-street parking will be temporarily unavailable while construction is ongoing. Alternate parking areas will be identified, and we'll let you know in advance of that. So at the end of the day, construction related questions. Yes. Yep. So each end, Main Street itself will be controlled by traffic signals. And I believe that's to be intended throughout the project. So there's always going to be one live lane of traffic, either east or westbound. There will be a slight delay. So again, we reiterate that let your employees know, give themselves a little bit extra time during construction, just to get through the traffic control devices. The one at 8 and 9. So the one at 8 and 9 is a little bit different. Each leg was a separate time. Where this here is just a straight east and west, so your timing will be a little bit quicker on that. I think except for that the Minto road intersection will be 3 lights. Okay.
When we're in the middle of the road, it'll be, we'll have to go across the freeway, so there will be that
Slight delay.
probably.
Okay.
That's why we propose to King and Toronto closed, was people directed to 2 lights rather than cycle through 3. We figured out it'd be quicker than the cycle through 2 lights would be quicker than the cycle of 3 lights.
Yes.
Will this be available online? It's hard to read, it's so tiny.
Yep. Yes. I believe you'll have it on the website.
Yes. Everything will be on the website as well as this video of the presentation. So yes, you'll be able to see.
And then the schedule that we were just sort of outlining some of the dates, I think, the same verbally, they're not here anywhere that we can reference to.
Yeah, I can create a whole basically just a data sheet, just more of a outline of and more specifics on the timeline itself.
And then the other question, the waters and the sewer, which side of Main Street are those bids going to be? That'll be.
So the water main itself between Toronto and White's Road has already been upgraded, so we're not doing anything with that one. The new one from White's Road to basically to King Street, it shifts from the east, from I guess the south to the north.
So right downtown, like we're talking William Street.
Jane and William. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember where we have that one positioned. I'm just trying to remember where we actually have that water main positioned. I want to say that water main is on the, I guess you call it the south side. So the the William Street side of it'll run down that eastbound lane. No, so we're required to separate sewer and water, and actually this section of downtown, the sewer has already been upgraded, so we don't actually have to do it. So we're just doing storm and water main in this section, in the downtown core. Yes. So we've broken into 3 sections. So section 1 and 3 will be 2026. So from east limits to Cumberland, and then Lorne to just shy of Highway 23 will be 2026. And then from Cumberland to Lorne Street will be 2027. And then we basically have to have everything wrapped up by March 2028, I believe. So that'll be surface asphalt and everything else. There will be likely some deficiencies and issues that we have to take care of in that time, but 99% of the construction has to be completed by March 2028.
First asphalt on the east side. Our intent is to have that roundabout built probably late June, early July. We want to avoid working from York to Cumberland while high school is still in. We don't want to rip up that part of so we're going to focus on everything east of York. It's our main focus now. And we're optimistic that we can have some asphalt restoration done before high school. And we will try and attempt to, it's a tight window, but we'll try and get all the work done in front of the high school by Labor Day.
Any other questions? Yes.
So our little business is on Jane William Main Street. So Jane is just one way right now.
Yes.
Will it become 2-way for a period, just so we have access to our back door?
Not that I'm aware of, but that can be arranged where we can bring if you do have deliveries or whatever else, we can arrange that. Obviously, coming off a increment to facilitate that.
There's an alley behind all of these stores.
Yep.
Right now, the main is closed.
Yep.
We'd like to come in up Jane the opposite way of the one way, so we make it way so that you can go and access the alley behind all of those street, all of the businesses on Main Street.
Yeah, that's definitely something we can look at. Yep.
How do we pursue that?
It's that'll be next year.
That's next year's construction. So yeah,
Yeah, but who do we ask about that?
you're talking to him. Yeah.
Because I know this stuff takes time and planning, so.
Yeah, and I know Jane's a little bit of an anomaly for a street to get into the back ends of those businesses. I do know. I'd have to double check. I'm pretty sure there is an entrance off of. There is a driveway off of Inkerman. That is it blocked now? Okay. Because that could be another avenue that we can speak to the property owner on that one as well. Is there? Okay. Sorry, it's been a while since I did Inkerman Street, so. But that's definitely something we can look into. Yes.
Question on the size of the roundabouts. Looking at this, it looks like it's a single lane of the roundabout. Is
Yep.
that gonna be radius large enough for a 53-foot trailer to just navigate without having the trailer go along the curb?
Our models say it should. We all of our roundabouts are accommodative to a 53-foot trailer. Unfortunately, we don't have control over the drivers, but a lot of our roundabouts are built to accommodate that. I know I've done a couple of them now, 8 and 9. We just did. One truck will go through, won't touch anything. The next guy will mount everything that's available. So. Yep. That's okay. That's what I'm here for.
They're specific to your.
This is general.
Okay.
So if you were downtown wanting to shop on Trucking 2027, how do you get from the north to the south to the north side of those streets? Will there be specific crosswalks that people can access both sides of
Absolutely.
the street for businesses?
Absolutely, and like Belinda said, like Belinda said, we've worked with Moorfield on. Actually, I've worked with Moorfield now with 5 downtowns, pretty well. Moorfield's actually really good in this portion of it. They always have one of their personnel stationed to actually walk people across the road, or they'll fence off an area so it is a safe area to walk across. But they always do have that person kicking around to actually assist people across the road in a safe manner.
Will there be just more or less one crosswalk?
It depends on what's all going on and what construction being commenced at that time. Again, they might look at doing a couple of them. Again, it'll depend on personnel and then what's going on at the time.
It is kind of our intent that we don't have real serious construction happening in either simultaneously both the downtown blocks. So while work is going on, say where the Aspen Appliance Center store is, and there's not that much going on where the White House is simultaneously. So once that first chunk is kind of done up to a gravel state, I'm not going to cross the paving or anything, then the heavy equipment will be in the other block. So the intersection should mostly be available for crossing unless work is being done there. But we are intent that they're not all destroyed at the same time. Palmerston, you're very fortunate with your downtown because there's lots of access coming from is that down by the post office you've got some excellent side streets that people can get to, right? And have a short walk, whereas you don't always have that close downtown. So
Yeah.
that'll help out a lot for sure.
And to touch on Jerry's construction methods, they're one of the only contractors that actually do construction simultaneously as they're going. So they'll come through, put in the pipe in the road, but they'll also build the road right in behind it with the new gravel and everything. So you're not having the contractor go through with one pipe, come back, pick up the next one, go through again, and then come back again and build the road. Moorfield's construction method is basically simultaneously. So they'll put the pipe in, plus dig out the road, and then put the new gravel in as they're going.
You got it. Reiterate, it's gravel. It won't be.
Yeah, gravel. Yeah. Paving's one of the last things we do. Any other questions? Okay.
Thanks, everyone. And yeah, by all means, if you think of questions afterwards, please do reach out. Communication is one of the key elements of any project like this. And so there's definitely open door communication for this, and we will try to be sharing the information as we get it. Launching today is our construction website. So there's QR codes on your web or on your table there. This will take you to the Palmerston Full Steam Ahead, which is the brand for the project. And thanks to Aaron, our marketing coordinator over here, for the creation of that. And Glenn is here somewhere from Awesome. Glenn is based in Harrison, and his team has helped us build this website based on some of the best practices we've seen and we've done in the past. So this is like your go-to place. As Jeremy mentioned, in 2026, we will probably be doing updates on here every 2 weeks of like what was done the last 2 weeks and what's on the docket the next few weeks. So you'll see that there. We have all your emails, so we'll also email that information to you. If you don't want to go looking, we'll send it to you. So yeah, reach out there. There's also a contact form on here. If you fill out the form, it'll come directly to me and Aaron, and then we can send it to whoever needs to respond to you. So know that there is someone that will be getting those emails if you respond through that. On the website, you'll see a couple different things. There's the project, so that's the project information. That's where we're going to be sharing the presentation from today. That's where we'll share the video. So anyone that wasn't able to come today can look back, or if you forget what you heard, you can go check that out. The detours are posted there as well. Next year, when there's more parking stuff, we'll be identifying the parking lots where you can park. We'll be on social media, so sharing all that out to the public of what's going on. We have our section on events. All the great events that you're used to in Palmerston will be carrying on this year and next year, and maybe even some more. Support for businesses, that's the section where you'll find information. Race is going to talk about this in a second. Our construction cafe series, which is going to be kicking off actually today. And then incentives like our CIP program, if you're looking to do any upgrades to your business while construction's going on, that's a good time for that. We have some grants available then. And then the business directory is there too. So if you go on and check the business directory and your information is incorrect, please reach out. We've tried to make sure we have everyone on there. If you're missing, please reach out. So it's kind of that stuff. Like I said, check out the website. That's where you're going to see that information. We also have business blogs. So Race has done a great job of starting that. One of the key things we want to do this year is to build up awareness for our businesses and who the faces behind those businesses, and have the public really develop a relationship and a connection, because we need to do that now, especially for the downtown businesses next year. We want to make sure you're able to like touch those heartstrings and pull those people in next year when it might be a little more challenging to get to you. So if you are not on there yet, make sure you connect with RACA, and we are happy to do business blogs and get you up there. They will also be shared on the social media channels. Construction Cafe series. So Race's gonna tell you all about this. She's been working hard on this, and it's something, oh, sorry, Norm.
You mentioned about having a recap from the last 2 weeks and what's going to happen the next 2 weeks. Could I suggest 3 blocks of actually, okay, what's starting in the next 2 weeks, but also a little bit of a snippet as to from 2 to 4 weeks.
Sure.
Just so that, like, we're not looking at it and saying, wow, okay, this is starting tomorrow, and I really should have considered that. And if I have a 2-week advance notice on this, if I have to do something, then I can.
Sure. Yep. Jeremy? Yep. Thumbs up. Thank you.
We'll do our best. With construction, it's hard to project 4 weeks ahead, just weather and unknown circumstances. But we can definitely look at extending the timeline with forecast what it would take place.
Did you hear that?
I'm not suggesting that you need to do a specific on that, because I realize 4 weeks in advance, when you're doing construction, there's no way of doing that. But rather than just having it, seeing, oh, this is starting tomorrow, then it would have been helpful if I'd had a little bit of notice of something coming up.
Yeah, and within those 5 weeks, what happened, what's happening, what's happening.
Yep. Okay, so Raisa is our business development coordinator. She works for the Minto Chamber of Commerce and Launch It, and she's been working really hard on putting this construction cafe series together. So I'm going to let her speak to that.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Just a quick update on the construction cafe. So just to get it out there, we're not putting up a little cafe selling coffee and tea for the construction people. The construction cafe was just like a quirky name to get you interested and curious about what we were up to. And like Belinda said, we have been working on this for a couple of months, and we have curated this experience for all the businesses downtown to get ready for next year's construction period where the main street is shut down. So if you go onto the Full Steam Ahead website, you will see there is 12 sessions. It happens every second Monday of the month, starting, well, this one will be the first session. So the next session is on May 11th. And on your little brochure has each session, what it's about. And if you go to the website, you can get more details about the speaker. They all did little clips on telling you guys what they plan to cover on the topics, and when they'll be doing the presentation. So all of these are in-person sessions. They will be done 8 a.m. in the morning, so it's very similar to this. We will be having it at the Palmerston Lions Den on Main Street in person. So what we ask of you is to visit the website and register. So each session has a registration button, and if the session that you're wanting to attend, register. All the sessions are open right now. We do have like a space capacity, so it'll be great to know ahead of time if it's a session that a lot of people want to come out to, so we can plan ahead and make sure there's seats for everyone. That's about it in a nutshell. Happy exploring on the website. If you have any questions, please reach out.
Thank you. Yeah, and these are all free sessions. And like, we're really trying to prepare people. There's really great content, really great speakers. There's lots about collaboration and coming together and building off of each other's networks. And to get through this successfully, that's what it's going to take. Like Raisa said, we've spent months pulling this together for you guys. We've never done this before. We've heard from other people, they wish they had done this. So really do encourage you to take advantage of these sessions on a variety of topics. As I said, communication is key. If you have any questions, please reach out. If you hear things on the street, don't necessarily think that is correct. If you question it, reach out. We all need to be moving forward full steam ahead as a team. So there's my contact information. As I said, if you go on the website, fill out the form, it will come to me and Erin, and we'll make sure it gets to the appropriate contacts to answer your questions. Thank you all very much for coming. If you have individual questions, as I said, please stick around, grab a coffee, chat with each other, and we're here to help. So thank you all very much. Have a good day.